The West Philippine Sea, one of the world's most contested maritime regions. Rich in natural resources, strategic shipping lanes, and home to a deep-rooted territorial conflict that continues to test the boundaries of international law. In the midst of this tension, the Philippines has taken a bold step by enacting new legislation. This law aims to solidify its territorial claims in the region, intensifying its stance amid ongoing challenges from China. On November 8, 2024, Philippine President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. signed into law two pieces of legislation that set new parameters in the country's claim over the West Philippine Sea. The Philippine Maritime Zones Act and the Philippine Archipelagic Sea Lanes Act form the foundation of this renewed assertion of sovereignty. The Philippine Maritime Zones Act categorizes the country's waters into distinct zones: internal waters, territorial sea, contiguous zone, exclusive economic zone, and continental shelf. The Archipelagic Sea Lanes Act designates passages for foreign vessels while protecting Philippine sovereignty. The significance of the Maritime Zones Act is that it aligns the Philippines' territorial claims with the United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea, or UNCLOS. This legal foundation helps the Philippines assert its rights within its 200 nautical mile exclusive economic zone, even in contested areas of the South China Sea. According to the law, the Philippines asserts rights over its exclusive economic zone, granting it control over marine resources like fishing and mineral exploration within 200 nautical miles of its coastline. These zones are critical to the nation's economic and environmental interests. China's response was swift and firm. The Chinese government summoned the Philippine ambassador, denouncing the law as an infringement on what it considers its territory. The Chinese Ministry of Foreign Affairs condemned the Philippine legislation as an effort to legitimize the 2016 South China Sea ruling, which China has consistently rejected. China has maintained an extensive maritime presence in the South China Sea, deploying Coast Guard vessels, naval ships, and maritime militia around disputed features, including those in the West Philippine Sea. This law challenges China's nine-dash-line claims, reinforcing the Philippines' position. Countries like the United States and Australia have voiced support, calling for adherence to international maritime laws. The U.S., in particular, has emphasized freedom of navigation, a principle that is increasingly relevant in this region. In 2016, the Philippines scored a legal victory when the Permanent Court of Arbitration invalidated China's extensive claims under the nine-dash-line. The ruling confirmed the Philippines' rights within its exclusive economic zone, yet China has refused to recognize it, continuing its activities in disputed waters. This legal precedent is the foundation of the new law, which not only defines maritime zones, but strengthens the Philippines' stance by codifying international principles into domestic law. The presence of Chinese vessels near Philippine territories has heightened concerns over regional security. The Philippine Navy and Coast Guard have increasingly coordinated with international allies, signaling a commitment to uphold their territorial rights. The West Philippine Sea is a crucial part of regional stability. The Philippines' allies, including the U.S., have expressed support, even participating in joint naval exercises as a show of solidarity. For China, any assertion of military presence in the area is met with resistance, making the region a strategic flashpoint. Beyond security concerns, the West Philippine Sea is a source of livelihood for Filipino fishermen and home to valuable marine ecosystems. With China's artificial islands and military structures encroaching on fishing grounds, local communities have felt the impact. There are fewer places for us to fish now, and sometimes we encounter foreign ships that drive us away from our traditional fishing areas. China's artificial islands and ongoing military activities pose a serious environmental threat. The coral reefs are being damaged, which could have lasting effects on marine biodiversity and the local fishing industry. President Marcos has emphasized that these laws are a statement of intent, demonstrating the Philippines' commitment to protecting its maritime rights while promoting peaceful coexistence under the law. With clear boundaries established, the Philippines has positioned itself in alignment with international law, reaffirming its commitment to peaceful resolutions while protecting its economic and environmental interests in the region. Experts believe that further diplomatic dialogues will be essential. The Philippines remains open to bilateral discussions with China under the framework of UNCLOS to foster understanding and avoid conflict in these contested waters. The West Philippine Sea represents more than just territory. It's a symbol of national identity, a source of sustenance, and a part of the Philippines' legacy. As the Philippines asserts its rights in this critical region, The world watches, recognizing the West Philippine Sea as a pivotal point in the quest for sovereignty, stability, and respect for international law. This is OHA News Asia, bringing you closer to the unfolding events in Southeast Asia and beyond. Subscribe for the latest insights on pivotal issues shaping the region's future. Thank you for tuning in. If you found this valuable, please show your appreciation by giving a thumbs up and subscribing to OHA News Asia, your trusted source for knowledge always at your fingertips.